How's it going, everyone? Thank you for joining Shop Talk Live. My name is Rick Ramirez, also known as Rick's 2 Cents, along with my fellow co-host Steve from Steve Makes Everything.
Hopefully, I'm not laggy like Rick is tonight. You're not as bad as you were last week yet.
Yeah, I got a new line, so it should be fine. But I'm trying to. I'm back in the area I was before. It starts acting about move over there.
You need Cat 8, man. I'm telling you, it's the answer to everything.
Let's see. ABT Marketing said, no, it's only been 7 days. Happy hump day, everybody. Happy hump day. Let us know if you have any questions. And I appreciate checking in. Let us know where you're joining us from.
I'm joining from snow. Getting a bit today. A couple inches.
I don't see you froze. Unless it's me that's froze. So it's
What's
first
that?
evening, everyone. Steve, you froze.
Did I?
Yeah.
I shouldn't be. I'm moving. I see you moving.
Kevin said, good evening, all. Good evening.
I think you just froze and it looked like I was frozen.
You went like this and then nothing. Then it had a buffering. Chris said, good day from Purdue, down under. Hello, hello, hello. Roger is not going to be joining us today. Or maybe, but
I explained right after this.
Yeah, he's spending some time with his family in Florida. I'll let Roger out of detention yet. Yeah. So I said, last heard Roger's in Florida consulting in front of you. I just spoke to him a few minutes before the live, and I told him, don't worry about it. Just take care of his family.
Yep, that's the important thing.
Rick said, I made it. Thanks for joining. All right, so I showed something before we went live, and Steve had no clue what it was. So quick guess if anyone knows what this is. Hold on. Now I can't even hold it. Hold on. I'm trying to block myself so it... Anybody know what this is? Come on. There you go.
You're mostly in focus.
Any guesses, anyone? Any guesses?
I'm not into the subculture of that sort of thing. No, it's not a fidget. Chris thinks it's a fidget.
It's not a fidget. It's colorful. Chris,
there you go. ABM got it.
Yes. Everlasting Gobstopper. Yes.
That one will last forever. It's plastic, right?
It's pretty cool. Off of Maker's Place.
I don't know if we... I don't know if we have gobstoppers here. I don't ever recall seeing them.
So there's a guy who's selling these, and I can't believe it, for $75 each.
What?
Yes. And he's
Who's
on
paying
Etsy,
that? Are they retarded?
eBay, Facebook. After his live, my Facebook Marketplace is going to be loaded with it. $75 each. And he's selling them. Look at his reviews.
Oh, that'll be one of those all the canned reviews.
Just crazy. You know, the thing is, it's something from your childhood, something you can't walk in the store and buy, and you're just like, screw it, it's cool. You're just gonna put it on your shelf, and when someone's like, "Oh, that's so cool," it's one of those things.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's so small. They didn't for $75. You would think he would have made it like huge. No, he kept it the same original size.
It just saddens me that humanity has gone to the point where someone will pay $75 for that.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? I didn't originally make it to sell for $75, but one of my best friends, she's like obsessed with Willy Wonka, so I made it for her for Valentine's Day. It's a surprise. Ordinary Woodworker said, hello all from Portland, Oregon. Just made it on time. Thanks for joining.
Sweet. What else we
Tim,
got?
let me know if I'm having issues. I think I got it licked. Metronet ran a new line to my house. My service finally went completely out.
It wasn't the line outside. It's the line inside. I'm telling you, man. You got about a 4-second delay.
Chris said, should I change my name to Walmart? Channel greeter. Laugh out loud.
See, this was always my dream when I worked in tech. My dream was to become the greeter at Walmart. But I don't really have the right personality for that.
There was this greeter at Walmart by my house, and he had this badass Harley, a trike. The bike is probably over $100,000, right? But he looked like a burly biker. I'm talking full neck tattoos, the big ZZ top looking beard, but the friendliest person in the world, waving hi to everybody. And he was actually on the front page of the newspaper because the people said he was so kind. But yeah, don't judge a book by its cover. Uh-oh, troublemakers.
Toronto, or do you say you say Toronto, right? in Canada, it's just kind of become Toronto.
Like a faster version of it.
Almost one syllable.
Tim said, my feed is real laggy. Let me move then. Hold on.
Yes, I told you to move. And while you're moving, get a cable.
Hey,
where are we in the feed? I'm moving on without you.
All right. I'm moving. Grab my beer.
Rick must have the Lightspeed line because he says that you're fine. You're not fine.
Yeah. All right, hold on. I moved, and let me jump my resolution back up.
I can only pick 720 now. Can you still pick?
So once
1080?
No, I can't. Once I step it down, I can't pick it back up. Looks like
I couldn't even do that before I joined.
Oh wow! I joined as 1080, but I stepped it down and.
Yep. There's only 720 and lower.
Yeah.
720's like we're living in a box on a street somewhere.
Oh man. Ugh. Where are we at? The everlasting God stuff.
Wait, you need to answer. You need to explain this.
Chris said, Rick, the new connection didn't sort the problem. Low quality Kung Fu audio. All right, I moved. Let me know if it improved.
Yeah, Kung Fu audio says it just right. That was Chris's answer to what your mystery piece was.
Not the fidget, not the fidget.
It's about time fidget spinners make a comeback.
It was definitely like a huge fad for a while. Yeah, the everlasting God stopper. So curious if anyone's ever seen one of those. Anyone recreate those in person? I think it's pretty cool. The file is actually phenomenal.
I still don't understand why you'd pay $75 when you can go to a store and buy one for about 50 cents.
You can't. They don't sell them.
So there's a candy store here called the Freak Lunchbox, and they sell all these vintage candies. I bet you they'll have them.
Oh, okay, yeah, not here.
You can buy Pop Rocks there, and all of the candies that I had when I was a kid.
All right, so you're up.
Tim says he found out that the Genmitsu 4030 V2 will do the CNC Auto Zero touch plate. Tim, it'll also use their G-code sender, which works way better than the other alternative one. If you're not using it already, and that tool has some calibration in it as well.
I don't see Santa's laser engraving here, but I know I was on an email chain. I don't know if you were on it, but I know I was slammed today. I just saw the people asking questions. What was that about? Receipts or something?
He's starting to get into some volume stuff, and I mean, when you do volume anything, especially with 3D printing or engraving, you'll get variations right from one piece to the next. And he wanted to know what kind of phrasing he should put in his, I'll say, contract when he's selling, right? To make sure that people understand that wood varies from piece to piece. So
Yes.
the engraving won't be exactly the same on every piece. And then there was the subsequent question, which is, should he ask for some money down before he starts the project? With the answer to that, of course, is yes.
Yeah, I saw Clack say you asked for half. I asked for it all. I don't make anything unless you pay me up front.
Yeah, well, yeah, it depends on the customer for me. Like I have customers that I know are going to pay me.
Well, it's
all the time, right? So
I don't know, like even like when I was doing the apparel stuff, I had people that on a weekly basis would buy stuff from me because they own, like, they're pretty well-known Mexican bands. But sometimes it's chasing for money. They're good customers, but they weren't always fast-paying customers. So I just made it like, you got to pay me up front.
Yeah, I mean, there are people like, if somebody is brand new to me, they're paying not necessarily 100%, but they're paying a good chunk, more than 50%.
Yeah, but I guess I get what you're saying though, Steve. Like, if someone's built that rapport with you, there's nothing wrong with that. But just don't get yourself in a position you're gonna get burned. And you never know, something can go south on even a good customer. Willy Wonka, exactly. I thought it was so cool. Steve said he's gonna pay me $75.
I never saw the movie either, so
Right, Steve? You're gonna send me $75? I can mail you one.
No.
That was a delayed reaction. That was not the internet connection. That was just Steve.
Well, I was trying to figure out what you were trying to sell me for $75 because I didn't see anything tonight yet that was worth more than $1.
Did you guys see this Italian artist? He sold invisible art for like $18 million.
Again, it points to the stupidity of the I won't say the average person, because the average person is usually pretty smart, but
he mailed the person a box. It was empty. And he says, open the box and let it sit there for 4 hours before you start taking it in, because it needs time to adjust to the room. It was nothing. Like, oh God. Boy. I wish I had that kind of money, right? You just buy something that makes absolutely no sense.
An empty box for $18 million.
TTC 1940 said, late from Chicago, but late than never. Late than never. Thanks for joining.
That's the world famous gym.
Roger is in Florida with a very close friend of his who's not doing well. So he's spending some family time.
Yeah, this isn't YouTube though. This is Streamyard.
Yeah, I mean, Streamyard, I pay $1,100 and something a year for Streamyard.
Chris is saying YouTube will probably start charging extra for higher than $720. They do charge extra for a higher bit rate of 4K or HD. I'm not sure which. I used to upgrade an 8K, 8.7K, because they said they wanted people to upload an 8.7K. They'd give you a viewer preference to upload it. But the problem was they were taking a minimum 48 hours, 36 hours to review your footage. So you couldn't post it public. You had to wait. And if you posted it public, it was in like 720. Anybody watching 720, they're never coming back. Yeah, and in the end, nobody cares about 8K anyway, right?
So I only upload in 4K.
4K is good enough for the average person. It's definitely good enough for me because I'm half blind. So
Dave said, "Are you being AI generated?" So yeah, I'm the AI version of myself.
If he was AI generated, it would look better. I saw this this comparison of, so when video generation in AI started to gain some traction about, I don't know, probably 5 years ago. There was a video of Will Smith eating spaghetti. Have you seen this? And they showed every year they do a generation of Will Smith eating spaghetti, and the first one was just horrendous.
Horrible.
Like spaghetti goes to his face and disappears. But the last one, the one for 2025, was pretty impressive. I mean, AI is just AI video, especially. We were having this discussion, my wife and I, before dinner, and my frustration is that we give AI to the wrong people, right? Like I can use AI, or me, if Skylar's on, she wants to post some video of somebody using something she built, in a video. So you can generate that, right? But we give them to people who go to war for a living, and people who are just too dumb to have tools, honestly. Like if you go to Instagram now, everything is generated with AI. It's just like that platform is going to blow up. Like I'm going to delete my Instagram account because it's just terrible.
I don't like Instagram.
And I'm afraid YouTube is going to go the same way.
Ordinary Woodworker said, I remember those audio sync kung fu movies in the 70s and 80s. Yes. Confirming, do I use G Center for that reason?
Oh, good. Yeah. I mean, this goes for anybody who has a CNC that doesn't come with its own software. CNC Labs G Center is actually really good. I mean, there's all these other things, Candle and UGS, and they were all we had, but they're terrible by comparison.
TCG 1940 or Jim said, looking to have a conversation with anyone doing a bunch of UV engraving for glass or for restaurants and bars. And the biggest thing that I've seen, as the conversations came up, they're on the live, but people at this exact discussion is a couple different things. One, restaurants are going to pay for high quality glasses. For the most part, they're cheap. And that can cause inconsistencies in your engraving because you're not using the greatest blank.
Yeah, it's a little different with UV though. UV is so finicky on focus, especially with glass where there's two surfaces fairly close together, like a top and a bottom. It tends to like it's almost like it sees the bottom surface first, and then it reflects back and it engraves weirdly inside the glass below the top surface. It's so picky, just so picky. And the problem with glassware is it's not like it's built to any particular tolerances, right? Like they churn the stuff out, and the first one, if you're like in Jim's case, he's engraving the bottom of the base on a piece of stemware, and that base could, on one glass, could be 2 millimeters thick. On the next glass, it could be 5 millimeters thick. Like it's just crazy how much deviation there is. It's the sole reason I stay away from glass.
Yeah, the blank is the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Chris said minimum deposit or cost material. I'd say that's acceptable.
Yeah, anytime I require a deposit, it's usually in that range. At least that range. 50% is pretty typical.
Yeah, typically the reason I require such a deposit is a couple different reasons. Either one, it's not a one-off thing, but it's a big order. Or two, it's a one-off thing that I could never sell to anybody else. And that's pretty much why you got to put the deposit.
Well, see, that's everything I do, right? So, I mean, I have things where the material cost is like $20, but I'll sell it for hundreds.
So Chris is going to start selling fan art, Picasso, invisible art. I wonder if I could sell counterfeit invisible art.
Yeah. Good luck with the art appraiser who assesses that stuff. Right?
Yeah. This is my interpretation of the Mona Lisa. There's nothing there. It's all to the interpretation.
It looks fake to me.
It doesn't look like anything's there. Just think about it.
I did see I was at the Museum of Modern Art in San Francisco, and there's this, I forget what the name of the piece is. It's called Blood or something, and it's literally like a 1 foot square piece of red plexiglass, and it's under glass, which is kind of cool.
Wow.
because you don't want to be touching the art, and that's it. Like it's like $2 worth of acrylic. The world's broken.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, there's Roger.
You gotta remember too. Here I be just for a while. I'm not gonna be able to stay on too long tonight. I've got a lot of things going on.
No worries, brother. No worries. Chris said, at least now AI recognizes humans only have 5 fingers.
So tonight I am man from Florida. So
yeah, we heard. Yeah, this is one of the big achievements in AI this year was they actually make people with 5 fingers now. And, or 4 fingers and an actual thumb.
Oh, there you go, Roger. Modelo time, baby.
You betcha.
So
Chris says he swaps between GSender and UGS depending on what he's doing. I don't know. I saw once I started using GSender, I saw very little reason to use anything else. I mean, there's Candle too, which is just brutally bad.
Dewey said, I saw a video the other day about AI bots formed a chat room but wouldn't allow humans to enter. They had to test to make sure they're your AI. Wow.
You got some background noise there, Roger.
Well, there's a lot of people here.
You need to mute unless you're saying something.
Chris said UV has a focal range for less than 1 millimeter.
Yep.
Which is why
it's very tight focus.
There. Hey, you want to see my younger clone?
Oh man,
this is my oldest son.
Wow.
Oh, nice one.
Drew.
Nice to meet you. Don't worry, we don't believe everything he says.
Now up here in this corner, that's Steve from Canada and Rick from up around in Oswego, Illinois.
That's where I was raised.
That's where Tracy was born. No, and his wife was born in Oswego. So
okay, nice one.
I can get her in here too. Come here. Come here.
She probably was born and raised in your house.
Tracy.
Hello, Tracy. Hey. Chris said a lot of art. I'm sorry, a lot of art of white rabbit in a snowstorm. I don't get that one.
The white sheet of paper.
Oh. So who's Tracy, Roger?
Tracy is my son's wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hi, Chris. Like I said, I won't be able to stay on here very long tonight. There's a lot of things going on, and tomorrow I've got to spend a lot of time with my brother-in-law. He's not doing well. And for those that have followed before, I knew the pulmonary problems my wife had. Her brother has the same thing, and it's not looking good.
Mm.
Hence why I'm down here in Florida. One of the reasons.
Dominguez says, hey guys, what UV printer do you recommend?
So I would say it kind of depends what you want to do. If you just want to do, say, just churn out volume, like industrial style, right? Put one down, push a go button, put another one down, push go button. The com marker is probably fine. If you want something that's, maybe you're new to UV lasers and you want something that's super easy to use, then the X-Tool F2 Ultra UV is a good
I thought he was saying UV printer, not a UV laser.
Oh, UV printer. He is saying UV printer.
Yeah, so UV printers, to be honest, I don't have a whole lot of experience. The commercial sides, they're, man, 50 grand.
Yeah, so the only one I have my hands on right now is the Ufimake E1, and I assume you're looking at those entry level ones.
And I'm waiting for longer to get those rolled out.
Yeah, the longer E-print is coming. No.
Oh, lost my audio. What happened?
You're a little gravelly now.
Yeah.
The E-print is coming probably at the end of Q2 sometime, I think. And I think they said July, actually.
To me, if you're going to go
really
UV,
means
you're probably looking at a commercial grade printer. I would buy only from a reputable company like the Sign Outlet, Codesi Prints. These big giant companies who sell every major manufacturer printer, right?
Yeah.
Because what they're going to do is they're going to weed out the problems, and they're not going to sell junk. because the problem with the UV stuff is the print heads. And you want something that's not also going to have some crazy proprietary software that like you just have problems with it because it's like a poor translation in Chinese. So, but they're expensive.
Yeah. Well, Eufy Make software is actually pretty good. It's certainly easy to use. There's also ProColored is also coming out with a combination DTF UV printer.
Yeah, ProColor is a cool printer. It's like an L1800. You know, it's.
Yeah, well, that's their
it.
DTF. I don't know what they're doing for UV.
Yeah. That's basically
like
what it
combination,
is.
This combination one is all new.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're doing. Like I think Eufy uses. I think they said it's a Sony print head. Do Sony make print heads? UV print heads?
Most companies use Epson.
Oh, maybe it's an Epson. Yeah.
Yeah, most companies use Epsons.
I did hear what it was, and it was like, yeah, I don't care. I just want to print stuff.
Yeah, I would say they have 80% of the print of all printers probably have an Epson print head.
Yeah, it works well. I got quite a few hours on mine now.
Hey, brother. Sorry, I didn't get to chime in on that group email. I was crazy. We had a bunch of budget meetings at work, but I'll take a peek. I did see Clack and other people chiming in, so I know you're at least getting some type of feedback. But I'll give you my 2 cents later this afternoon.
Just admit it. You don't love them.
He knows what I do for a living, so I was busy.
Andrew says it's good to see you, Roger.
Oh, you got no audio, Roger.
Now he's muted. No audio, no video. Well, no, he's got video.
Chris said family first, 100%.
Yep. Yeah, all the time.
Tony said when I sold my last gaming table, I required 100% down. A crap table was $5,000. Nice.
Yep. When you're talking that kind of money, you want the whole thing because it's going to be totally custom for that price. Oh no! See, he did mean UV laser.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, X tool for easy use, com marker for just sheer volume.
Okay. Big difference. Sorry.
There's also quite a few other UV lasers. There's Cloud Ray, which Cloud Ray makes decent stuff. There's Haotian has Haotian. Is that how you say it? They have a UV laser. Guiki has one. EM Smart has one. There's just lots of them.
Dewey said good luck with June about longer kickstart. Maybe December, or the way they handled the last one. That probably did not leave a good taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Yeah, I do. I had a conversation with them when that happened. And I think it was a bit of an anomaly, but like Eufy has had troubles getting the E1 shipping. It's shipping in volume now, but it took a couple of months because they found a few issues and they didn't want to ship with problems. And
yeah. Sanders Lays Engraving said, Rick, you did say you get a new line, but still looks like you're still off. So I guess I'll run some network cable over here and see what happens.
Finally.
I thought I had to
weeks I've been bugging you about this.
I know. When after they did that, I thought it was great.
Chris says one of the things I do before a bigger purchase is I download the manual and get an idea of what their quality will be. Yeah. At least
you know what? That's a kind of a good point. Like, if you can hardly understand it, it's a horrible translation. That could probably be a good lead that how the support's going to be.
Well, and just the usability of the thing, right?
Yeah. That's a good point. Dominguez said, yes, I'm waiting for the UFI one for 1 year, but I'm in UV laser. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Eufy's got their problem sorted out now, but it did take them a long time.
He said, "Yeah, that's right. Santa's always watching." I'll get the line right. I actually said I would do it before this live, but since they ran a new line, I thought that fixed the problem.
Now you've got an echo.
Hold
That
on.
might be. Oh no, Roger doesn't have a speaker. He's using your headphones. Still can't hear you, man.
Tim said, "Yep, made my first payment." Oh, this sucks. Made my first credit card payment on the Eufy one and got everything so far except the printer and inks.
Yeah.
That was
I
kind of
did-
like when I said about purchasing the CNC, right? It's like
Yeah.
how they
I've done
send
it.
you all these packages, but it's like, what is this? It's like, oh, cable
I've
ties.
done a couple of little print jobs for Tim because he's still waiting for his.
Yeah.
I think he could. I haven't had a need for it in the last. Well, other than his job recently, I should probably just give it to him to store at his place until his arrives.
ABT Marketing said, yes, I think the Epson i32 print head is one of the most common print heads. Yep, I agree.
Jim says, Steve, did you see the Laser 911 review of the new layout pad for the Eufy printer? Yeah, I was talking actually to Tim about this last night, I guess, when I pocket dialed him, or was it the night before? We were talking about it, and I think it's an interesting idea, actually. But it might be a little over-engineered. I don't know. We have Roger back.
Well,
Talk to me, Goose. Oh, there you go.
okay, we got audio now?
Yep.
We can hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Roger is back.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you turned the filter on, though, because your clothes are off.
Yikes. Red, who said, but they still shipped with problems. People are complaining about Duo not registering Square. Oh, this is on the Longer, yeah. I like Longer, and had the B140, and Ray 510, but they messed up big time. Yeah, I don't know, man. There were problems with that laser right from the get-go. Like I know Skylar did too. I sent mine back to them and said, like, there's some challenges. Now, mine was a prototype, so I wasn't surprised, but it sounded like a lot of those problems ended up in production. And they were all software issues. The hardware itself was actually okay.
My longer lasers, I've got two B1s and a Ray 5 that I've expanded to the 800 by 800. And I've also upped it to the 30-watt head, but I have had no problems with them. And my two B1s are workhorses.
Yeah, not those. Those two lasers were actually really good. It's the Nanos. The Nano Duo especially.
Oh. I have the Nano, but not the Nano Duo.
Yeah. I like I said, I sent mine back, and what I wanted to do is actually, when they started shipping, was to get one to give away on the channel, on the live stream here. But they kind of went dark on me around giving things away. So
Chris said, TTC, I saw that and thought, how long before laser companies come out with their own version? Not sure what that means.
Own version of, let's go back to see what Jim said.
I think he meant the print head. I don't know. Not sure.
No, I was talking to Jim. Jim doesn't have a UV printer.
Tim says, got the mat on Kickstart, got mine reserved.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I'm going to just start Kickstarter projects just so Tim can sign up for them.
There you go.
He buys everything.
Chris said, yep, turned it on, off, then back, fixes most problems. unless your name is Rick.
Yeah. I do have a recent problem with my Eufy Make E1. But I think it's related to the latest software update they did. Now I'm getting some weird warning about communication problems with the, I don't know, with some board, yeah, I was going to say the fuel loading board, the ink management system. And I'm waiting for them to hear back. I was having a different problem. And they said, "Oh, it's a software update. It'll be out tomorrow," and that it did fix that. But now there's a different problem. And the solution to that one is to turn it off and back on again. Yeah, Tim says Eufy Make or the Xtool F2 UV. Yeah, that's not for sale yet. And Andrew's on the call. He's lined up for it too, so I can get you guys into a bidding war maybe.
He's gonna have a boxing match out in his driveway for it, live.
But I like that laser. It's a really nice laser.
Yeah, guys, appreciate everyone checking in, saying hello. But if you do have any questions, let us know. Roger, so what's the weather in Florida? Please don't say 60.
Oh, it's well, it's 38 at home. That's what's showing up on my computer here, but I'll have to look at my phone here. I know it's close to 70. It's got to be.
I'll be down there soon. I booked a week. I'm staying
Where are you going?
4 days in Disney and 3 days at the Ritz.
Oh,
He really means he's just going to hug a box of crackers.
okay, it's 69.
Your favorite number?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew says. So they're talking about my Eufy Make or my Xtool F2 Ultra UV. Andrew was asking about it. He says Steve wouldn't take 30,000 yen for it. I don't know what 30,000 yen is. It's probably about $1,000 maybe.
Tim said must be a lot of empty hotels in Florida right now. Good rates, no snowbirds.
No, because they're all driving out on the damn highway. That's everybody's out driving around.
Has anyone noticed an increase in warning popping up that there are users confusing errors with messages?
Increase in warning popping up that users are confusing with error messages. We'll need some context, Chris.
Yeah.
I get warnings all the time.
You know, Roger, we were talking about your printer, how it's a hardwired connection. Well, when my internet went down, guess what? My 3D printer didn't work because it wasn't hardwired. I was like, oh, man, it's Valentine's Day. Are you serious? This is killing me. Well, they got it fixed, but I was out for a whole day. But apparently my internet's not fixed, so.
Oh, 30,000 yen is $239 Canadian. Yeah, I'm not going to sell it for that.
So, Roger, how long you staying out there for?
Well, I'm gonna fly back home on Saturday. Because I've got, I have my own business up there, and I got to keep things rolling. And I'm really behind on 3D printed stuff. I've got all kinds of stuff I got to 3D print when I get back from orders. Plus, we're getting the greenhouses fired up for the spring.
Yeah, I was gonna say that has to be right around the corner, right?
Yeah, and the next Wednesday night, I'm the guest chef for a big dinner, so that's why I won't be on next Wednesday night.
All right. All right. Let us know if you have any questions, Steve. Any upcoming projects?
Oh, I will say yes, but I'm trying to think of which one is upcoming, which one is the most important. I've been just getting behind since the beginning of January. It doesn't help that and this is one of the reasons why I want to do fewer reviews, because people ship you stuff. It's a prototype, so then you spend a week putzing around with it, and then by then you're behind schedule, right? So it's just been kind of messed up.
So
Well,
I
I've
am
been
back in
turning down.
Logan's good graces since
But-
I did the review on the snowblower. But I told him, I said, you know, before the snowblower showed up, we were getting all this snow. And it showed up and we never got over 2 inches. It was like, it's hard to like, this is the most expensive snowblower they sell. I'm like, here, it's great, 2 inches of snow. You know what I mean? So I did the review, but
So have either one of you been getting hammered by Banggood to demonstrate things? 'Cause I've
Nope.
just been getting hammered with them. Just hammered.
Well, my spam filter's pretty aggressive these days, so maybe, but I haven't seen anything.
my UPS just turned on. I heard him click.
Tim and I actually we're talking about a little project he wants to do today. So that one I'm actually intrigued with. It'll get my brain going again.
So I got asked if you guys are willing to go to Florida with me. I mean, not Florida, Vegas.
No.
I don't like
So
Vegas.
maybe Roger-
I don't care for Vegas.
Vegas is trouble, Roger.
No, I'm not a gambler, so.
Yeah, I'm not a gambler either.
I do go to the casinos around home, but I don't gamble. I just like to watch people and sit and have a few cocktails and listen to the bands and, do a little dancing. But I don't gamble.
So one of my uncles one time invited me and said, "Hey, let's go to the casino." I said, "Man, I don't. First off, I just don't want to just flat out waste money. And second of all, it's just not fun to me." And he says, "Nah, man, I go to the casino because they got buffets."
Oh yeah. Well, down there, I'll give you that. The buffet, especially at the one casino up by us, their buffet is called Robert's Buffet, and it's just phenomenal.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
like-
great.
It's
We
like-
used to live close to a casino and racetrack, and we used to go and watch the horses race.
Yeah.
We didn't know how to bet on horses, but we'd go watch them race.
Well, there used to be
the
a
Bears-
horse track by us in East Moline. It's called the Quad City Downs, and I had a friend that was one of the trainers. So this is right back in the '90s, and he would more or less tell me who was going to win. So how to bet on the trifectas and perfectas, and I did pretty good. Go there to the clubhouse, have prime rib, and make a few $2 bets, and walk out of there and actually didn't spend anything.
Nice.
Seems like insider trading to me.
Yeah,
It's the Chicago way. What are you gonna say?
yeah.
Just that I get a lot of calls, people saying they're having a problem, but it's just a software warning message. Any decent programmer would make the warning timeout.
Yeah, well, I'd like to think I was, well, I mean, I haven't written code in a long time, but I'd like to think I was a decent programmer. I would probably do the same thing and just leave some kind of weird message hanging.
It needs to have that like Windows 98 sound. Dong. Remember that?
I'm still getting hit up from the company I retired from that wants me to come back to work, and I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah.
Chris is saying, I go to the casino for the same reasons as you. If you're lucky if I gamble $50 a year, I'm the same way. It's very rare I put anything in a slot machine or craps table or roulette or anything else. I just like sitting there watching people. I like to have a few cocktails, and the one casino by us has great bands every Friday and Saturday night. So great to listen to. It doesn't cost anything. It's free.
So
But
Roger,
the
Steve didn't know what this was. Do you know what this is?
Looks like a Tinker toy to me.
Yeah, some clot that came off of his printer, I'm sure.
No,
There you
I
go.
don't, not sure what that is.
The Willy Wonka. The Gobstoppers.
See, now I don't feel bad.
Well, I haven't seen Willy Wonka, so I wouldn't know. So,
There you go. See, I had the same response.
What? All right, so ask people behind you. Roger, have they seen Willy Wonka?
Okay. Anybody seen Willy Wonka?
And the chocolate factory?
Okay, I'm the damn
There you
minority
go.
here. Everybody's seen it with me.
There you go.
I don't know. And I'm sure I'll appall people, but I looked at the trailer for Willy Wonka, both the original and the latest one, and they just look stupid.
Have you seen Willy
So-
Wonka? Yeah. Oh yeah. So
Jeez, I didn't mean to kill you, man.
Oh God. Sounds
You know,
like
I don't do horror movies either. Not because they're scary, because the people in them deserve to die. Like they're just stupid. You know,
Okay,
we're running from the axe murderer. We can go and get into that idling car. We can go and hide in this shed full of chainsaws. Oh, let's go over to the shed.
yeah. Well, I led a sheltered life, so I didn't get to see them horror movies like Willy Wonka. So
Santa's
Yeah,
Labor
well.
Grid said, just a heads up on phishing emails. Got one saying they needed 60 plaques. After some back and forth, asked my number, and it would not connect. Doesn't feel right. It's probably not.
Yeah,
I've gotten
probably
some weird stuff like that before too. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, the thing to do is always look at the actual return email address, not what their name says up in the
Yeah,
up
not
in
the
email.
display. Because if you use Outlook, you can have your output display as anything. And that's how
Well, you
people
can do that
spook
with any email
manufacturers.
program.
What's that?
Right, you can do that with any email program. You can just change your display name, but that's why you always get these like UPS messages, right? And it's never UPS. It's some guy at gmail.com or some weird address in Indonesia or something, and it's I don't know.
well, like this comment here, it says, not sure if it's just my screen. The Rick is not synced between sound and lips moving. Perhaps we need to change this to Shop Talk Almost Live. He is like, have you ever seen the Godzilla movies? The old Japanese
Yeah.
Godzilla movies? That's exactly what's going on there.
Well, I
it's-
thought it was fixed. We had a new line ran, so I'll be running some network cables to this area.
It's Shop Talk 2/3 live.
Chris said, I thought watching Willy Wonka was a rite of passage.
Oh, when
It
you're
might
talking
be
about
for something, but
that's supposed to be Willy Wonka. When you say Willy Wonker, that's a male organ. So we won't go there.
Maybe Canada, they just didn't watch that kind of stuff.
oh no, it was here. But just a little deeper, maybe.
Yeah. Isn't it from England, though? That's British or English, something like that?
No,
Yeah. The
Gene
kid's like from-
Wilder was in the first one,
yeah.
who ironically I think is Canadian, or was.
Oh, there you go, man.
Now I need to go look.
So Tim is saying at Center Laser Engraving, I had one of those about a month ago, wasted about a day of quoting till they asked me to pay someone for something that was going in the plaque. Spidey sense kicked in, scam.
Gene Wilder was not Canadian. He was born in Wisconsin,
Oh,
Milwaukee. We usually have, is it David? I think is from Milwaukee.
I'll say the
He
cheese
said
head.
Steve is randomly emailing people for quotes.
Yeah, just to see what people's pricing looks like, so I can undercut you all. Because I'd love nothing better than to make a whole bunch of coasters.
Yeah, Santa's saying in this case, they had used what looked to be a normal email address, but tip-off was the use of their English. And I'll tell you about a call I got this last week. Maybe Rick, you've got one too, from the IRS, saying you owe money.
No, not.
And they, oh yeah, I got that, and I put it on speakerphone. Actually, I was at a bar when it happened, and I put it on speakerphone because it says scam likely on my phone. I answered it anyway to screw with them. So it says, this is so and so from the IRS, and you owe, $2,000 some, and it needs to be paid up by this certain date, or we're going to send the cops. And I'm thinking, you're going to send the cops? So I says, Okay, so if you send the cops, they still beat you with a rubber hose because I like that. Then he hung up. I love screwing with them people.
Yeah.
Just love it.
So I'm horrible. A lot of times when I get those people, I say, "Hold on a second, I'm just finishing something up." I'll play a porn on my laptop and my phone and walk away.
Boy, Rick, you're really out of sync now.
So the nicest feature with the new operating system for iPhone is you can have it screen your calls.
Yeah.
And my phone rarely rings now, which is nice.
Chris said, "Tim, I need 1,000 plaques. I can sell the art and text twice costs. Well, I need 1,000 plaques. I can sell you the art and text for twice the cost of the plaques I will buy." Okay.
I think that's a scam too.
How about the guy in Africa who's going to give you 10,000 for cashing a check for $1 million
Oh, yeah,
and
you
send him
get
back
lots
the
of
rest of the
those.
money?
Santa says he got a cold call one time for what was supposed to be a Stanley steamer, or from Stanley steamer. I said, "I'm so glad you called. Can you get blood out of a carpet?" I mean, a lot of blood.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
I did get, the only one I ever really answered was I got a call from somebody who wanted to do carpet cleaning, and I let the guy go on for a while, and I said, "There's only one problem here. I only have hardwood floors." "Oh, well, we do furniture too." I said, "It's all leather." "Oh."
I guess my camera is not reversed, so it's not spelled backwards.
No, it's the right way around.
Yeah, it says Weber.
Oh, is it? Oh, to me, it shows.
It's only
reversed.
backwards for you.
Yeah.
You
Cool.
selling apples?
It's for my godson's teacher. I already made one for Ricky's teacher.
Oh, nice. I guess you're not drinking Captain Morgan tonight, Roger.
No, this is Modelo. So Rick's beer.
Looks like the lime Modelo. Was it
I've
the
got
lime
lime
one?
in it. I've got a lime in it.
Oh, you got actual lime
So-
in it.
So I had my first failure on my H2C this past week.
Oh,
What
yeah?
happened?
What happened?
I was printing a trophy with gold silk and then using the bamboo support filament for it. And I wasn't, it did detect it after I ended up with a big mess of spaghetti in there. That's the first failure I've ever had on that printer.
Yeah, I haven't had any on the H2C. I had
look
the
like
big
this?
one on the H2D.
Oh, there you go.
That's that Micro Center filament. I don't know about that one. I still haven't had a chance to email them, so we'll see what they have to say.
And Willy Wonka was primarily filmed in Munich, West Germany, while the story is set in a fictionalized American European town. That's interesting.
Where on the planet Earth is there a close enough interface between the U.S. and Europe to have an American European town? It's right on the border.
Right on the border of California and Florida. I thought it was a cool movie as a kid. It's definitely wonky, wah. But yeah,
I guess I missed out. So I had a sheltered life.
See, I had a very selective choice in video and movies.
so when I lived in Canada, we had 3 channels, so it was not very selective TV at all.
Yeah, that's because you lived in the middle of nowhere, man.
So I'm gonna throw a question out there for the viewers here that have 3D printers. What was your last failure? We've all had them. Even though I've got the high-end printers, I still get one once in a while. So What was
I
your
tell you,
last
I tell you
failure?
what, Roger, I still couldn't get this thing fixed. See the fingers, how it's flat right here?
Yeah?
It's supposed to be cuffed. And even with, I tried all the different supports, I couldn't get it perfect. See
Did
how
you
it looks
do it-
flat right here?
You
not
use
supposed
tree
to be.
supports?
What's that?
You use tree supports?
Yes.
Maybe the model's
And I printed
broken.
it 3 times.
That might be
So-
the model then. You may want to look at that in Fusion or in Tinkercad. Open it up in there and take a close look at it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit of light sanding and maybe a little filler. So, yeah, but it took a very long time, and after 3 times, I gave up.
Spectrum of Reality is asking how everyone's night is going.
So far, so good.
Hey guys, you guys haven't already, and you made it this far in the live, please do us a favor and smash that like button. Please, please, please. It helps the algorithm.
Okay, guys, I got to scoot here. We got a thing we got to go do. But like I said, I'll probably miss next week. I'm the guest chef for a big dinner. But I will be back on the week after that. So I'm glad everybody got on here. I'm glad to see everybody. See, we got a good turnout. So we'll see you guys in probably 2 weeks.
Sunday,
Okay,
Roger.
Roger.
So,
Enjoy yourself,
bye.
brother. So I remember the days of 3 channels in black and white. How about when TV stopped working? When you turn on and just be like, dude, like TV wasn't 24/7. Like it literally turned off.
Oh yeah, the sign off.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was as a kid. Well, I've always been an early riser, but certainly as a kid, 6 o'clock in the morning, you go turn on the television, and it's still got the color bars and the
Yeah.
tone, and you had to turn it down before you woke your parents up.
Yeah. When MASH was on, the TV is about to stop working. I was like, that's the end of TV. MASH. Who watched MASH?
It was MASH was a great series.
I watched it.
I remember having rabbit ears on our television.
Yep. I had a
And,
rabbit ears
you had
and
to,
then that
you had to
circle.
turn them to get the
Yep.
right channel.
So hey, you 3D printer guys, I saw a cool arm thing you can put on your chickens.
Oh yes, the arms. Have you seen that?
No.
They're like little boxing gloves, and you put it around your chicken's neck, and he's got his.
It looks like boxing.
stuff.
I have to check this out.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. They make like Batman helmets for cats too.
Well, Chris said my last 3D printer was a jam in the PTFE line. Hey, here you go, Steve.
American European town, hence the word fictional. Well, sure, but there's a difference between fictional and realistic.
Far stretched. Yeah, I mean, it's like 6 people sleeping in the same bed, and the whole thing's just goofy, right? So if you took the movie for it,
6 people in the same bed. What kind of movie was this?
Willy Wonka, the grandparents and both sides of the family all slept in the same bed.
Seems a little racy.
Oh, the test pattern came on at midnight. Exactly. The one.
No. I usually got to see the test pattern in the morning though, because by 10 o'clock I was asleep anyway.
Spectrum Reality said might be something you could sell if you hit up markets with WE. What's WE?
You can sell if you hit up the market.
I told Steve I could not believe this is selling for $75. Nuts. And not one-offs, like it's selling.
I would like to know who's buying it for that, because I would have words for them.
What, you can print it too?
Yeah, I'll do it for
75.
74.
How many would you like? Rick said I had one rabbit ear, one broke off.
A rabbit ear.
You know what they used to say? Our parents had remotes. It was called us.
Yeah.
Go change the channel.
Although my father was an engineer, a chief engineer at a television station, so we always had a good television.
Okay.
So like we were the first kids in our block that had color TV, and then we had one with remote control, the actual kind of clicky noisemaker type remote controls.
Yeah. That's funny.
So from a television perspective, I think we were spoiled. But
Sanders Late Engraving said 3D failure printing part of an enclosure and oriented wrong. Even with PET-G, CF, and PLA supports, the supports went in every hidden opening. Couldn't get it out.
yeah, there is. So that lobster I printed, I showed it last week. Tim has it now. The smaller version of that had the same kind of problem. There you have supports under these tiny little spots, and it's really hard to get out. Get a dental pick, because then you can hook it and pull those out. But
Yeah,
it's generally a pain in the behind anyway.
Yeah, with those hands, I tried PET-G to PET-G supports, and obviously was the most support, but it stuck so I couldn't get it off in some areas without damaging, And then I did the PLA to PET-G. Of course, it comes off, but it just didn't work out well. Yeah. ABT Marketing said, I was a morning, week, and cartoon watcher. Tom and Jerry, Woodworker, Casper. Yes. Anybody out there watch the Thundercats?
Thundercats was good.
I used to like the Thundercats. And they were on early. Although I didn't mind the classics like the Casper, the Friendly Ghost, or Popeye. Yeah. Tom and Jerry was funny once in a while when they would actually speak, right? They'd speak French or Spanish.
What?
Yeah. The only time I know Tom and Jerry spoke, because they really didn't speak that often, is when his little French cousin would come and he spoke French. And he wore like a white and blue
you sure one of those 3 channels you got wasn't a French channel?
No. I watched that stateside. Yeah.
I used to watch Gumby and Pokey as a kid.
Gumby was it was kind of boring to me, I thought.
I was 5, right? So it was, it was good, but
I like
Spectrum of Reality says another thing you 3D printer guys and gals. Oh, for you 3D printer guys and gals is making Lily impellers. They're super efficient impellers that are based on biomimicry. Whatever. Now you know. We've learned something today.
Okay. If you don't know, now you know.
What am I going to do with an impeller?
Make a fan. Cool you off.
Make a pump.
Chris said, I want that customer's list if they're paying $75 for them.
Yeah, well, that's me too.
That's what I'm saying. Nuts.
Like they have more money than brains.
Yeah, it is cool though. It is cool.
But it's not worth $75. How long did that take to print? 20 minutes?
Yeah. I printed a whole tray I printed a whole tray.
Thinking you were, at $75 a pop, you were going to retire.
No, because I thought it would be lame to give somebody a single one as a gift. So I thought it'd be funny to give them a few. That's why. But not lying.
Now you know Spectrum of Reality is definitely in Canada, because he says you can buy cheap dental picks at Princess Auto for you Canadians. Princess Auto is like what's Canadian the cheapy hardware store you guys have? Harbor Freight.
Ace. Harbor Freight.
You can probably buy dental picks at Harbor Freight. It's probably owned by the same parent company.
Oh, Rick said Mighty Mouse. Yes, I liked
remember Mighty Mouse.
I liked Mighty Mouse.
Pinky in the Brain.
Yeah.
Rick must be younger than I am, because Pinky in the Brain, I was already.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah,
older by the time Pinky in the Brain
Mighty Mouse for sure,
decided to take over the world.
Ordinary Woodworker said the blockheads were bad and always out to get Gumby.
Yeah. Sell them to off-gridders.
$75. You guys want one? Let me know.
I'd like to be an off-gridder. Can't beat Bugs Bunny. I was always Bugs Bunny. I thought the Roadrunner was dumb. It's like, why doesn't Coyote just get a shotgun and blow this bird away, right? And the bird was such an arrogant ass. Oh, sell the impeller. Sell the impeller for $75. Well, if you could 3D print metal, which I'm sure that we'll be able to do at home in the next 5 years.
Tom says, anyone tried Hobby Lobby's filming yet? In the area I live in, someone will take a picture, they'll post it on Facebook, and within 10 minutes, somebody else will post another picture of an empty shelf. So I can't say anything bad, but apparently it's good.
I made several rolls of filament this week.
Oh, you made them with the Creality?
Yeah.
So did you make some interesting colors?
I made several. I made a couple of nice green colors.
Okay.
But I made one that was supposed to be like eggplant, so kind of dark purple. And it ended up to be really dark. And it was almost like chocolate. But it works. And I could actually print something with it, which was cool.
Rick said he's 73 years young.
Oh, then he's definitely older than I am, because I'm like 25. We get to take our pensions early in this country. You only have to work for 2 years before you're eligible.
There you go. Spectrum Rally says a 3-inch Lily impeller can be used to stir large vats with tens of thousands of gallons and can be used for hydropower off-grids. Okay.
Oh. I don't have room for anything with tens of thousands of gallons.
I like Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah. Speedy was good.
What about Pepe Le Pew? I like Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, he was a bit full of himself. Jeez, I've almost killed you twice tonight.
He was very confident. Oh, that was good. Oh, man. I didn't know Mickey changed his name.
No, he didn't. Oh, he did.
I didn't know that.
I guess Mortimer sounds a little grim, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Off-grid is where it's at. Oh, yeah, because Spectrum of Reality said he lives in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I know in Colorado, a lot of people tried doing it, and they made it illegal because so many people were doing it that they weren't going to be able to keep the grid, like, funded.
Yeah. So what bothers me here where I live is I have solar panels on my house, my roof, and I have enough solar panels that my power is free. And I could realistically disconnect from the grid, but I'm not allowed to. My house has to be connected to the grid, and I have to pay, it's $23 a month or something for the privilege of being connected to a grid I don't really need to be connected to. But
so in your case, it actually pays it off. How long did it take to break even?
Well, I haven't yet, but it's about 5 years for me.
Okay.
Because there was a big incentive cashback thing when I put mine on. So
here the power's so expensive. It's like 20 years to pay it off. And it's like by then it wasn't even worth it.
Wow. Yeah, mine's 5 minimum 5, maximum 7.
No,
But the
smart.
price of power here has gone up quite a bit since I put them on. So
But you have, I think the big difference too with solar is that people who don't have batteries, so when they're not using the power to direct backfeed into the grid, they sell
Yeah.
it to the power company 5 cents, and then they come home, turn the light on, buy it back for 25 cents. That kind of sucks.
See here they buy it for the same price they charge me.
Yeah, they don't do it even Steven here, man. That would
No.
actually be pretty decent.
Yeah.
That's more of a fair deal.
Yeah, well, it's basically me generating more power than I'm using, and I'm storing it on the grid, right? And
Right.
I guess my $23 a month is what pays for me to pull it back off when I need it. Because like in the summertime, the whole summer from probably April through September, I generate way more power than I need.
Nice.
But then in the winter, like December, you get snow on the panels. It's dark half the time. So
Right.
I pull it back off then.
Santa's Labor Engraving said he's used it all the time. Assuming he meant the Hobby Lobby filament, had no problems. So I said, supposedly it's good. Dude, so far, my test of Micro Center, Creality and Bamboo.
Well, try it with your bamboo printer. Bamboo printers are a little picky about filament.
I only have a bamboo printer.
I know.
You said try it with the bamboo. That's what I would try it with.
Yeah, try Hobby Lobby filament.
Oh,
And
I haven't been
how it
able to.
prints.
I tried buying it just because I wanted to try it. It sells out that fast.
Can't you put like a 20 down and say call me when it comes in?
No.
Like
Spectrum
Bucky
always
in the
said,
storeroom, say here's $20. Call me when you get a box of this stuff, and I'll be here when you take it out and put it on the
you gotta
shelf.
talk to the kid who works there. Little
Yeah.
side action. No one can use lily impellers out of plastic. They are nearly prone for. We're going down a rabbit hole. This.
They're not nearly as prone to cavitation due to how efficient they are.
Okay.
I'm gonna
There
have to
you
go
go.
figure out these
See,
impellers.
Steve, I wasn't lying. I have a backup right here. Read this comment.
Who's Jerry?
Tom and Jerry.
Oh, Tom and Jerry. Okay, yes. Jerry's cousin from France was a mouseketeer. That's why he was dressed that way.
Told you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember him, yeah.
I told you. The Ordinary Woodworker said it must be good. They can't keep it in stocks. The shelves are always empty when I go to Hobby Lobby. Sells out within 10 minutes. That's nuts.
Like, are people just sitting in their car waiting for it to hit the shelf?
No, someone will literally take a picture and post it on Facebook. They'll post it on Facebook, the town they live in. Like, I live in Oswego, so there's an Oswego page. So they post it. They have it in stock. And then there's enough people 3D printing this area that 10 minutes is gone. Like 100 rolls, gone. 10 minutes.
It's probably one guy. He's got a whole truckload of it.
Who knows? Who knows?
Sells it on eBay for $1 more.
Ordinary Worker said, I got lucky and bought 4 rolls the last I had, so I'm part of the problem. You know, I wouldn't consider 4 hoarding. You know,
No, more than 4 though. You're pushing it.
But I would say that when you buy directly from Bamboo and you buy 4 or more rolls, the price is definitely a lot better.
Yeah. The last order I had from Bamboo, I had 18 rolls.
Yeah.
So I got a pretty good price on it.
I normally order about $350 of filament at a time. I've done it 4 times so far. You know, and I just kind of spread it out colors. But yeah. Here you go, Steve's for you.
Spectrum says, I have some solar, but because I'm on a river, I'm working on hydropower setup and a trompe. Are you allowed to just like dam a river and well, I guess you're not really damming it. You're just putting a wheel in, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the answer right there. A Tromp is an isothermal air compressor that has no moving parts. Sweet. See, this is the problem with living off grid. You have to be like an engineer,
MacGyver.
like Einstein. Yeah.
You have to have like a toothpick and a match to be able to build a house.
But you have to know things that in society, when you live in society, somebody else takes care of for you, right? You don't have to worry about where your food comes from.
I watched this guy take a pocket knife, a 1 gallon apple jar jug, and a tire, and he built a pump that never stopped pumping because the way the water worked, and it pumped water like a mile away up. I was like, exactly like you said, this is some straight MacGyver, like this is crazy. But it had no like.
It's probably one of these Tromps. Either that or he's discovered perpetual motion.
Yeah, it was the way the water worked.
In which case he's rich, but
yeah, crazy.
Works on the same principle as the dippy bird into the glass, right?
Yeah, it was crazy though.
Chris says he gets to sell his surplus power to the provider for 7 cents a kilowatt hour, which they sell back to me for 26 cents. Nice. You're a wholesaler.
That's why I said the fact that Steve said in Canada it's even Steven, like that's
very regional here, because like where I was living, it was actually more. Like so I know a buddy of mine he was generating power and they were paying him 18 cents a kilowatt hour, but when he pulled it off, it was only like 6 cents a kilowatt hour because power was really cheap in Ontario. But it's gone up quite a bit now.
Yeah, so
but it was what they did. Instead of giving people big rebates when they first put their panels on, they just said, based on the technology, here's what we'll pay you more for, forever basically, but figure 20 years, and we'll buy it. When you buy it from us, you're paying the same rate as everybody else. So that's how you made your money back.
Yeah, so my work, they kept hounding us and telling us to buy electric cars, and they were going to give us this rebates and give us these bonuses. And then finally it came out, like, because the VP was saying all this, and it was like $1,000, and I was like, is that a month? They're like, no, once. Oh, so I'm gonna go buy a $117,000 Hummer to get $1,000 once. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'll keep my Hemi. And then they're like, well,
but in fairness, even if you bought a diesel Hummer, it's still going to be the same price, maybe a little more even. Yeah,
and then they're like, well, if you charge it at work and you prepay the electric, you can have this card, and the price will be, a lot cheaper to charge.
Maybe you should set your sights a little lower. Like look at the Ford Lightning or the whatever Chevy has their equivalent.
You know what I did see? I posted on Facebook yesterday. These two little, I think they're like Chevy electric cars. It's like a 2-seater. Somebody wrapped them to look like Mario Karts, and they were selling a pair for $3,000. And I told my wife, we buy these, we can race them in the backyard. That would be so awesome. We'll be the talk of the town.
Yeah. The biggest perk for driving an electric car is just the torque. You got a Hemi, but like when I had my Model S, that thing had like 1,100 horsepower and 1,100 foot-pounds of torque. Like the thing was just like a monster. Yeah. But
my truck sounds like
it wasn't cheap.
When the kids go, is that a Hemi? Because the commercial.
Yeah. You got a Hemi in there?
Yeah.
Chris says perpetual motion. Oh, you mean my wife tossing and turning in bed?
Yeah, there you go.
I have to say I wouldn't know, but
ABT Markin said, it's funny how I understand the cartoons from back in the day, but talking about like King of the Hill, American Dad, Futurama, etc., it's like, what the heck is this all about? Yeah, whole different. Totally, I get it. I agreed. Oh, I did watch The Simpsons. I do love The Simpsons, and you know what? If you watch The Simpsons, it's a little scary because they a little too often tell the future.
yeah, they predict the future quite often. Yeah.
Very accurately. Want to take this one?
Spectrum says, well, not just one, but distributed where geography allows. You need to do some special things. He's talking about his power generation water wheel. You need to do some special things with them for optimization. Look into the story from Cobalt to Town, and look into a lecture by a permaculture.
Yeah, he went down a rabbit hole with that one.
Yeah. But I'm shocked he knows where Cobalt is.
You need to go off grid, talk to Spectrum of Reality. He'll hook you up.
Yes. Specialist by name. Oh, this is the rest of that story. Specialist by the name of Jim Mollison. For a good introduction. I'm not sure I want a good introduction.
I was telling someone back in the day that my grandfather never bought new car batteries. He dumped it out, cleaned it out, cleaned the plates, put it all back together, put 3 chemicals, like baking soda, like 2 other chemicals, water and acid. That was it. Recharged it. He never bought new batteries. He just cleaned them. And
well, that's what you did in the 60s and 70s. Well, up to the 70s. Then they went to sealed batteries.
Yeah. But in these substations, they build their own batteries, like because they have rooms of just batteries, right? And they build their own. These clear cases and these big giant metal plates. I told those guys, like, I'd like to learn how to make those. If I can learn how to make those, because it doesn't seem very complicated, but obviously it's a chemistry set, right? You don't get that mixed up. Probably make an explosion.
I'll keep watching the news.
Rick's house exploded. Oh, he was trying to make a battery.
Yeah, house leveled in Oswego.
That battery didn't work out so well for him.
Trying to save power.
Yeah.
You can do so much with chemistry and physics. You're well advised to study. Well, see, I did actually study a lot of physics and chemistry because I am an engineer. I hated it. Chemistry was fun, actually. We got to do anything that involved fire was always cool. But physics was like, it's a block, it's sitting on a table, it's probably not going to move. Do I really need to know why? No.
So I have a question for you guys in the audience today. Occasionally we've been going down a rabbit hole of DTF printing. I happen to know very well one of the very first DTF printers in the United States, stateside in Texas, now manufacturing his own DTF printers, as well as consumables. Would you guys be interested in having him on the live and be able to pick his brain and ask him anything you wanted to know about DTF as a whole? Purchasing, outsourcing, anything like that, let me know. Maybe I can set that up and arrange that. His name is Dennis Moon. He's a great guy, very, very extremely knowledgeable. And what I like about guys like him is that they got more money than he's loaded, and he give you the shit off his back and help you, like, so humble you'd never know it. I love people like that. They don't let ever their wallet get to this.
So he doesn't have a 300-foot yacht, is what you're saying?
He's very, very successful, and he's you'd never know it. Yeah, so guys like that are phenomenal.
These guys all want to talk about science tonight.
Yeah.
Santa hated.
See, I became a lineman
I
for a
assume he
reason.
means statistics rather than statics, but I didn't mind statistics actually.
No. So when I had to take my journeyman class, they were going over the math stuff. And I said, I'm so lost, you might as well not be speaking the same language. And the guy's like, no, we'll help you. I'm like, no, man, look, you guys are doing trigonometry. I took pre-algebra. Like, just keep going, man. I'll need help later. And I went to the dean and I told him I needed a tutor. And he says, you do realize what you're asking me for someone to come here in 8 hours, a time and a half to teach you. And I said, the union bylaws say you have to give me one if I ask. And he was pissed. So he did it. So when I passed my journeyman, he comes back to me and says, how'd you on that math test? I said, I got 100. He goes, okay, it was worth it. But you know what's cool about this guy? Talking about stereotypes. Black guy, he walks in, cocky. When I mean cocky, I mean he's kind of like stocky, right? Looks like he could be a professional football player. And I'm thinking, this meathead ain't gonna be able to teach me math. I was expecting some dork dweeby guy to come walking in, right? And he says, don't waste my time, don't waste your time. I said, oh, great, this ain't gonna go good. He says, the cool thing about math, you could do math 10, 15 different ways. So if I start explaining something to you that don't make sense, just say, hey, don't make sense. We'll go a different way. And we'll keep explaining to it until it clicks and makes sense. And that dude, I'm telling you what, by the time I left 8 hours from him, I felt like I learned more in 8 hours than I did in 4 years of high school. Like, it was crazy.
I remember a guy in high school in senior math when I was in. It was calculus actually, and there was one problem we had that was like particularly hard. So somebody said, "Hey, said to the teacher, can you solve this?" So he starts writing on boards all the way around the classroom, and there was always this kid in the back, and he wasn't that sharp, but he puts up after he comes to the answer. He goes, sir, I did it a different way and got a different answer. And the teacher looks deadpan at him and says, you did it wrong.
Now you're getting better for the dog just you get it wrong.
But I didn't mind calculus. I didn't mind algebra, combinations, permutations, all that stuff is useful. Like I've used a lot of it since I graduated, but
yeah,
I hated trigonometry functions.
Yeah,
like trigonometry was fine, like actual math trigonometry, but when they said here are two triangles, prove they're similar, it's like, look at them, man. Like, how dumb can you be? Just they're the same.
Yeah, well, and crazy when they start asking all these engineering type questions, like, look, dude, we're linemen. An engineer engineers it, and they stamp it, and they say, build it. And we look at it and go, okay, I'm not trying to be an engineer. I'm trying to be the guy.
But what if you look at a pole and you need to know how tall it is without actually like measuring with a tape, you know?
But yeah, it was a hard test. That was for sure. But I passed. So. Some other forces. All right, we got a question.
All right. Trader Skill Anonymous says, hey guys, curious if anyone has a good workaround for the Commarker Omni 1 to see the preview without the yellow paddle and without sprinkling powder. So here's what you do. You go get yourself a sheet of standard white printer paper and put it on there, and that blue dot will shine like a star.
And that's the only way you'll see it.
Yeah, anybody who has I think I had a couple of those green paddles, and I cut one of them up to make something because it's just like, well, first of all, it's 3 millimeters thick, an eighth inch thick, so you get distortion off the thing. It's not going to tell you if anything's in focus because when you focus, you're focusing on the surface of the paddle, but the real focus is 3 millimeters down, which a UV laser is like infinity. So I pitched the thing I think Jim finally pitched his too, because I saw him using it one day. We were talking on a call, and he kept putting the paddle down, and it's like, throw that thing away. I don't know, Jim, if you're still on, whether you still use the green paddle or not, but yeah, standard white paper, printer paper will.
I think Clack was the first person I seen do that with a piece of paper. I was like, what? Yeah. That's funny. Well, there you go.
I don't know if he was the first. I did it back in the 80s when I was working on industrial UV lasers.
You did it before it was popular. Radui said only statistics ever made sense to me. The latest poly, 3 out of 4 people make 75% of the world population. Yeah. That's on calculus and trigonometry, and that shit was like, man. Whew.
It's when they start talking about, especially with polls, right? They'll say it's accurate 8 times out of 12, right? It's like, what the hell does that mean?
Chris said, I teach the person, not the subject.
Chris is getting profound. Chris says his favorite job was working in the physics department at a university. You meet a lot of weird people. I did when I was working in industrial lasers, I worked, I used to work with quite a few, we'll say, scientists, like actual like nerds. And they were some strange people. Like, it's not that they're odd. It's that they speak a completely different language than normal people do, right? And I was at University of Toronto helping a guy in the physics department or chemistry, and we were doing some spectroscopy thing, and this guy's name was Polanyi back in, I don't know, the 80s, 84, 83. Well, after I went down and helped him, he won the Nobel Prize for chemistry. So I'm just saying, you know, I might have had a piece of the pie there. Not. My basic job was, here's your laser, where do you want it? And then I watched these guys for 3 days doing things I didn't understand. Like, it was crazy.
You want to take this one, Steve?
Santa says engineering statistics, which is application of Newton. Man, we're getting deep. Newtonian physics to design and analyze object systems and structures with respect to motion, deformation, and failure. Yikes!
All right, I'm just a blue collar guy, and we're getting old.
I thought he built toys for a living, and here he is. He's like a scientist, engineer type.
Let's go back to making sawdust. We're going down a rabbit hole. The 3-legged stool never wobbles. There you go. Right. That's my more type of logic I like. That's it right there. Let's stick to that. Measure the shadow off the pole.
Yep.
So Chris said, I wonder if the right laser, I wonder if the right laser glass could work in place of the green paddle.
Well, see, the problem is no matter what, you still have thickness there. So it's
throwing you off.
I assume you mean you're putting the glass down on the test beam, but I don't know. Paper works fine.
So since we brought it up, Santa's labor engraving, besides Santa's laser engraving, who has tried Hobby Lobby filament? Is it any good? Because it obviously sells that quick.
You're really hooked on this stuff.
I want to know, why does it sell so fast? And then the other thing is, has anyone else bought Micro Center filament, and is it just me who's having a problem? But I don't think it is. Let me know.
There are some bad filaments for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you buy filament that doesn't have a name on it, it's probably not great filament.
It's just a white box that says inland.
Well, just on a black spool with nothing on it.
Yeah.
You know, so I do have. So I bought a bunch of filament one time, and I still have one roll. Yeah, that's probably bad filament. I still have one roll. It says it's PLA orange on the label on the spool, but the filament that's on it is blue, and it is not PLA. I don't know what the hell it is. It might be nylon or something, because I try to print it with PLA settings, and it's just crap. Like, it's just bad. So I've had it for 2 years, and I don't even know what it is.
Probably makes good fire starter.
Well, it was mislabeled, and yeah. I'd really like to find out what it is, 'cause it's a nice color of blue, but I'm sure it's like some indestructible filament if I could find the right settings for it.
You want to take this one?
Trade Skillers Anonymous says, I wish I would. I've got 2 sets of. Oh, I wish it would. I've got 2 sets of glasses, one for the UV and one for my CO2, and neither work in that way. Yeah.
All right. So too bad Roger's not on for this, because he'd have a field day with this question.
This year, my QuickBooks desktop will lose support. I'm not paying what they want for the subscription. Bookkeeper suggests Waves app. Anyone use this?
This is exactly what Roger is upset about, and he's saying he chooses not to continue to pay for the subscription. He exports the file and just gives it to his accountant.
Yeah, throw all your receipts in a box and take them to your accountant.
Here you go. Chris said, Hobby Lobby filament comes out of Sunloo's factory. How was I going to say this? Sunloo's factory, so pretty much good filament.
Yeah, why am I not surprised? So I sent a message to Sunloo because I couldn't get matte gray filament. And I don't like Bamboo's matte gray filament, even though it too comes out of the Sunloo factory. So I sent a message to them, and I get a message back from some guy named Sonny, and says, oh, you have a YouTube channel. Why don't we do a partnership? So I got to find something to do just so that I can show off some Sunloo filament. So
there you go.
I told them some of the things I've done with Sunloo filament. Like I go to the Amazon store, and they've got every color of matte Sunloo PLA except gray, and it was there. I bought like 4 rolls at a time for 3 times over the last 4 months, and then it was gone. So I sent them a message and said, "What's wrong with you guys? Who the hell gets rid of matte gray?" And then he says, "Well, we didn't actually get rid of it. It's out of stock." But normally when things are out of stock on Amazon, there's just like an empty listing there, right? You can see it, but you can't order. But they took it away. It's gone completely.
Yeah, so Sunloo's, I bought their big packs, like the 4 packs,
Yeah,
the bulk pack of black, white.
yeah,
And it was so cheap.
yeah, and
right.
it's, I like it better than the bamboo filament. And again, it comes out of the same factory, but it's different.
Yeah, it was so cheap. And I like their I was surprised that it comes apart. It's not like the Creality. The Creality, it almost seems like you could use a refill spool on it. I haven't.
Yeah,
Some actually sell refills.
Yeah, they do actually, but you can put a bamboo refill on them.
Okay.
Because most of the time when I buy bamboo filament, I buy refill. I don't buy bamboo spools.
Most of the time, when I buy bamboo filament, I buy whatever they have, and it's because, I mean, I have so many bamboo spools now. Like, I do not need spools, right? But I can't buy what they don't have. So hence why I've been buying a lot of Creality. And Roger's the one always talking about Sunloo. So I was kind of hesitant because it was so much cheaper on Amazon.
No, it works well.
Yeah, no, I thought it was great. But you know what? I stuck it in the Sunloo. I have that Sunloo 4 heater.
Yeah.
I stuck it in there first, and then I stuck it in the AMS. Oh my God. Like how smooth it printed when it did that like iron layer. I was like, whoa, man. But I think
Yeah.
because I had it like pristine, like at the right, and then I threw it in the AMS. That thing it looks good.
Yeah. The only bamboo filament I've had trouble with is that gray stuff. But I haven't had trouble with any Sunlu filament ever.
Yeah.
Like
I haven't
most
had
of the time, you don't even need to dry it. It prints fine.
I haven't had any problem with any bamboo. Creality just they get stuck sometimes at the end because they get that hard kink, and once in a while a goofy wind. Right, you have to kind of back it out and fix it. A tangle.
Yeah.
But print's great. Print's great.
So anyway, if somebody wants to see a particular project with Sunlu filament, let me know.
What I think is cool about the Sunlus is they have all those crazy colors, and like every color glow in the dark, and like all the color cool stuff. Not stuff that everyone else doesn't have. Everybody has red primary colors. It's the stuff the beyond primary.
Yeah, but bamboo has like 4 different colors of red, and in each of like
but they have those. They have those crazy like green to blue. You know what I'm talking
about?
Oh
yeah. They got lots of gradient stuff.
Yes.
Whereas bamboo only has, I think, 4.
Yeah, they have a lot.
And only 2 gradient TPUs.
Yeah, and if you're Amazon spoiled, you get it. Well, at least in my year, I get it the next day by 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I get it quick.
Yeah, which is insane. So let's get to Trader Skills Anonymous said, Chris, I have a high-res camera and hoping I could use it lens cover that would allow me to see the preview through the modified lens cover. Oh.
I think this is the Omni 1 focusing issue still.
Yeah. There's some MacGyvering going on there, that's for sure. I haven't had it worked out. I really dislike the cover target and the paddle or even the paper idea. Yeah. It's
well, certainly, if you use paper, you'll cover your thing. So I normally use just a corner of it, and I'll go over the edges of my material to make sure it's going to fit. Like cut something the size of a business card, and then you can just slide it around on the workspace over your material.
Spectrum Reality said, I'm telling you guys, someone needs to get into distribution of these filaments and start a franchise farm filament.
Franchise farm and filament. Yeah, print farm and filament. Well, I can make filament now.
I'm not sure you'll be able to mass produce it, but you can definitely make it.
It'll make a spool an hour.
Oh, really? That's actually not bad.
But I do envision filament farms. I don't mean like those gigantic things. I mean like people who have print farms will probably have filament farms too. The coolest thing about it is like making filament. Fine, you can buy filament. What you can't buy is specific colors of filament.
You're great.
Right, like for me, every once in a while, someone will say, "I want you to print this, but I want it in a corporate color or whatever." Right?
Yeah.
Pantone green 325.
Yeah, they want a match of their logo.
Yeah. And then you can make custom filament. Now, it's not a science, it's an art to make particular colors, but once you make them and you have the recipe, you're good to go.
Yeah, Rick said he always uses Sunlu.
Yeah. Most of the time I use Sunlu. TSA, yes. TSA is Trade Skillers Anonymous. There's probably a convoluted way to see the framing, but I think I'll wait for a UV with a diode doing the framing. I don't know why UV lasers don't have. Well, that's not true. Xtool's F2 Ultra UV has a red dot. I'm not sure why ComMarker doesn't. Because it's the biggest complaint most people have. It's your framing with something you can't see.
That's weird. That's real weird. You'd think they'd come out with something because that's an obvious problem.
Yeah, the thing is they have to move it like the X-Tool UV laser frames with the UV laser, but for focusing it has a red dot there.
Right. Yeah, secondary laser
And
purely
you do
just for focusing.
you do the overlap of the red and the blue dot, and then it's in focus, right?
Yeah.
But when you frame, you're framing still with the blue laser. Yeah. Chris says, yeah, making it to a Pantone color match might be a niche market. It is, but you can charge a lot for that.
Yep.
Because, you know, no one else can do it.
Any large corporation, that's the only way they'd have something made. It's got to be their exact color.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I mean, they get uptight when you go, well, you know, you have this color of green, but I have, you know, grass green, whatever, and they'll go, well, it's not quite my color, but it's all I have.
Yeah,
Right?
large
And
corporation.
they settle.
Yeah, large corporation probably say like, no, I want it my color. They're willing to pay.
Chris says, yeah, he's waiting for an F2 Ultra UV clone because he doesn't like paying the X-Tool naming tax. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly no question X-Tool lasers are more expensive. I will be maybe a bit biased, but I'll say I see why they're more expensive. I see a lot of lasers, and none of them work as well as X-Tool lasers. Like the whole experience, not just the machine. The hardware is hardware, but the whole end-to-end experience with X-Tool Studio, and you know, it just makes it easy. If you're looking for something like an F2 Ultra clone, I was trying to think. Fohammer just reviewed one. He hated it. He hated it a lot, actually. But it used the same software as the ComMarker Omni X used, because that's provided by whoever created the laser module for it.
You want to take this one, Steve?
Spectrum says, yeah, it wouldn't be bad to design an extruder to make filament, but it would be an art form to get it tuned. I would probably use induction and design a hopper. I'd probably use an induction heater, I guess, and design a hopper that could handle various materials. So, yeah, I'm not allowed to say what Creality's doing, but they don't seem to have too much problem with the tuning. I did report an issue with them around filament diameter, but they said, yeah, it's a software issue. So
I get what he's saying though, like about the hopper, because I did see a couple of videos of people making them, and they were saying the biggest problem making their own is the consistency of diameter caused the problem. So that if you had a hopper and it was kind of like one of those gold shakers, and it had a hole that it would only fall through, the bigger pieces would back fall through and get kind of grinded up, so to speak, so that the melting process is more consistent.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All I'll say is I think Creality has solved this problem, or they're on the cusp of solving this problem.
There you go. That's
Like,
good to hear.
I literally made filament and put it in my bamboo printer and printed a benchy, and it worked fine.
Okay, be honest. Were you nervous the first time you did it?
Nervous? No, not nervous. I was skeptical. And you know, I did have a few issues when I got started that were mostly mine, but it seems to work. And,
Chris has a valid point here, and we say this all the time, that the majority of the cost that you're paying for in the rebranded laser is support. It's a support.
Yeah.
So if you need a support, I'm willing to pay the extra tool tax, and that's what you're paying for.
Yeah, it's more than support with X-Tool though. Like,
what's the software and
well,
the
it's yeah, but not even,
community.
don't even think of it as software and hardware. Think of it as an experience, right? And if you look at most laser companies, they'll ship you a box and say, take it out of the box, plug it in, install some magical software that we have, which is probably going to be crap, and they didn't write it. And you'll be frustrated, but you'll eventually figure out how to make it work. With Xtools product lines, things just work. And that, I think, is important to a lot of people. Like, especially people, like, if it's your first laser, it's, you know, you'll hate the fact that you paid more money, but once you start using it, you'll appreciate that you did.
Yeah.
And they have better support than most companies.
ABT Marketing said that they could make a 3D printer using only white filament, and it passes through the printer as adds dye to the filament program that would for the printer. That would be
Somebody
kinda
tried
crazy.
this a while ago. I forget who it was. That's actually a really hard thing to do because it's the challenge, especially on a printer. And I mean, you know it from a bamboo printer, right? Where when you change filament, it's got to go over to the corner and dump a bunch of filament out of the nozzle to clean it, and then load this new stuff in. So it's not simple to change colors.
The continued comment says, like an embroidery machine that adds dye to white thread as it passes embroidery. I've never heard of an embroidery machine that does that either.
That's cool.
Pretty well.
It does it on the fly.
Kind of crazy. Yeah, because embroidery machines have 20 spools.
That must be a
15 spools.
UV ink process too.
Rapidly drying that fast.
Yeah, would have to be. Spectrum says, I would design it so you could feed it various recycled materials that's not necessarily pellets. Again, I think Creality might have solved your problem, or is going to solve their problem. Is every color gray? In Henry Ford's world, it was every color was black. And if you, I mean, honestly, I think if you recycle a bunch of filament,
You're gonna make
shred
brown?
it up. You shred it up and throw it in the hopper. It's all going to come out black because you're going to get tired of separating colors. But you will have to, no matter what, and this applies to any filament extruder. You if you're recycling, you need to put some fresh pellets in regardless, because when they manufacture PLA, and if you reheat it, it's not as stable as it was when it was pellets, when it came from virgin pellets. So Creality's already told me when they allow me to use recycled material, they technically won't right now, and I did anyway, and now I understand why they wouldn't. But when you use recycled, you have to put some pellets in there to get enough new material to make it stable.
Spectrum Reality said the primary induction coil would material into a auger in a tube and extrude at the end.
Yeah.
Great way to say it.
Have a secondary near the extruder, which would help clean it. Yeah, this is one of the challenges with all of these filament extruders is the auger is fairly long. So even when you run out of filament in the hopper, you've still got a whole tube full of melted plastic, right? And if you change colors, you have to get all of that out of there to get the new color flowing. So that's just physics, I think. But it would be nice if there was like a hypodermic needle style injection. Just get rid of it and start over.
ABT Marketing said the embroidery machine actually exists. I can send a YouTube link. I'm interested. Send me that link. I'd like to see that.
Oh, I wasn't doubting it didn't exist.
I'm interested in seeing that. I've never seen that. That's cool. Yeah, it wasn't doubting you, but I'd never seen it before. That's all. but I would definitely be interested in seeing it.
Because I know a company that's making, starting from white cloth and basically printing, that pattern on your shirt, right? Your striped shirt, it can print that material.
Nice. And it's not sublimation.
No, it's DTG, I think.
Okay. We're getting geeky with the stuff here.
Yeah, the law of diminishing returns says you need to add new material when recycling just about anything. Yeah, and I don't think it's a lot, actually. Like if you add it too much, you're going to change the color. So
it's like diluting it then.
Yeah, a bit, yeah. But I think it's not enough to significantly change the color. I mean, if you put the old piece and the new piece side by side, you'd probably see the difference, but it would be a shade, not like one is black and one is now suddenly white.
So are they going to give this formula like you should put 2 spoons of whatever when you're making this?
Yeah, well, so most colors in filament are done with master batch, which is like pellets. It's like PLA pellets, but it's like this concentrated, super concentrated color. So like in a kilogram of PLA pellets, to make a kilogram of filament, you put about 10 grams of this master batch color. So that's not a lot. Like it's like a palmful. And in that 10 grams, you can mix, I want some gray or some green or, well, no, some yellow and some blue to make green, right? And then you can figure out that balance. So the mixture, like the mixture of yellow to blue determines the hue, and then the amount you put in determines how dark it is.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much what Santa's living room. The difference is the absorption rate versus mixing. It's definitely it's some chemistry, so to speak, involved in doing all that.
Yeah, well,
and I think you'll become better at it the more and more you would do it, right? And you may
and I think you have to write these. When you find something you like, you have to write it down, right? Because you're talking grams here, right? Grams of material. So it's pretty small. But I was able to make like a solid dark green and a translucent green, like almost like. So I made a green that's like the outside of a lime and a green that's like the inside of a lime.
Santa's Living Grave said, "Did Shop Talk Live just engineer a new machine?"
Probably. We do that all the time.
ABT Marketing said, "I agree." If you're an investor and you want to make our machine we just made up, let us know.
Yeah, and then we'll go figure out what we made up.
We'll rewind the footage.
Yeah, it's Dragon's Den.
Spectrum Reality said you could probably make a heat-free unit to recycle ABS with acetone and extrude it when reaching the proper consistencies.
Problem is you don't want to get acetone too hot. It's highly flammable.
Yeah. It would need a fume hood though, for 100%.
And yeah, you'd be high all the time.
Chris said, Spectrum, I've been looking through a simple way to rewind filament onto spools. Your comment about rotisserie gave me an idea on using a rotisserie on my barbecue.
No, so Chris, there is on Maker World, there is at least one filament winder that you can 3D print. And, it goes across back and forth and packs the filament onto the spool. Yeah, Jack in the shop sums it up. ABS plus acetone equals gloop. Yeah, I'm not sure what you could do with a bunch of dissolved ABS in acetone. I don't think you could extrude that. For one thing, it would probably catch fire, but
you can make a blob.
But it would be just a pile of goo. True. When it dries, it becomes ABS again.
Grind it up and do it again.
Yeah, you'll need a material. What is it? The one that allows you to pollute. There's a license for that because you'd be pumping acetone outside constantly. Your neighbors will be complaining.
Jack said they use it in bed adhesion glue. Rhino line. All right, guys. Looks like we hit 8:30. It was time. Thank you for appreciate everyone joining the live. It was cool, kind of reminiscing a little bit on the cartoons. It was kind of throwing a little bit off, but some people not recognizing this. Thank you for some being able
It's
to.
only Roger and I.
Valentine's is around the corner. Remember the ones you love. Spend a little extra time with them. Appreciate everyone joining. Steve, you want to say anything and close out?
So hopefully by this time next week, I will have my Creality filament extruder video out. The first one, probably I'll do a couple, but it should be out.
And I have my 2026 playbook set up for all videos and drop-ins. So those who have been yelling CNC, 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 where are the videos? Here they come. Thanks guys for being alive.
It'll be like a playlist of 100 videos.
Yeah, pretty much. Get ready. Here we go. Guys. See you next week, guys.
Take care.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.